Ebusana penso ya ma wache ama wo akwa ba Adom TV so enie ene October bosome ne da etoso miensa na senkakra afia no wie ya na ye kɔ no wote enka Asempa 94.7 FM na wotwe dwumadi ana penso so yesin konya ye de ebrewo 1956 ansa no man Ghana eba benya fa hodie ye ya adwenkyere ekere asase a na eda Ghana ne Togo ahye so ene adehye bia no omote ho say womo bepene abeka Ghana ho ana nso so womo mpene abeka Ghana ho ne abofika se frɛ no plebiscite eno akire no ebeto odwa se nipa dodo no apese ombeka Ghana ho enso America krabi ni ekuo bia womo from ho Homeland Study Group eche se womo de womo nti womo ho ase chenchene a womo pese womo te womo ho efiri oman Ghana ho eno nti brano womo keka womo ho 2017 eno womo keka womo ho yete womo ye press conference ne lectures ne ade but be na wotwe mienu ni de ano ayedin wo hwe de course so be ye na wotwe ni e wo fra mantem nkronkro bi e wo ho e na fe eno achi na wotwe ye mu na esi e wo ho na che se omo anti womo eho ase anapa ye be twehwe nkomo na fe ye bisansem ye de nkomo ne beto fem pa na afe ye bisa se sa breno kra no na Ghana nyamba na e Gold Coast enso so abato akoso ema adwenkyere no aba but entiase no emba yenti wo mekeke ka omo ho a ye bisa se abakosem wo mo nyinaso bi abakosem wo mo nyinaso se ye tie ho no wo mo nyinaso ben e na wo mo animdifo e ba betrase na afie no wo ma twetwe saa enkomo no ebiem kwan abanbofo afaso aso saa asemimu ebisa o yenkon gidigidi ebisa yanya ne boko is brute force the way to go and pay any animdifo betrase ene de yebo ahomoden pass ebe ya manyofo no afiri mu na fei ye ne animdifo womo nima bakosem womo amakwadare o banbo ho nsem mu ye de womo ebetwetwe enkomo nti anapɛ enkomo no kan ho na fei ye ntiase ye besua de pa afei enkomo ne besie no obehunu se nyina so wo ho kwan ben na ye fa so na ye ne sa Western Togoland foi ye ne womo asin konya na fei ya so sansemi ano midin edi Chief Jerry Forson na wotwe dwumadi esu nie emo akwaba emo akwaba bio Adom TV na wotwe dwumadi na uguso a wohwe wote enka Asempa 94.7 FM anapai ya twetwe nkomo afa na nsen dia ekoso from Mantem Western Togoland secessionist group from the Homeland Study Group ane nia wo mpese wo chese wo mpese wo te wo ho efiri wo man Ghana ho now ma mefa nko achi kakra megidi se nche bia nsa beka professor kwaten na afei yene no atwetwe enkomo but se na bidi kan no 1956 ena ye to aba plebiscite na abato no sunso aso no ma mefa nko mu kakra na afei miwie a mefa nko UN General Assembly 11th session reporter ebeto dwa now abato no ko na wie no 58% ena wo to aba say one percent wo beka the then Ghana Gold Coast because as at 1956 no na ye Gold Coast 58% ena wo to aba kira adwen say one person wo beka ye ho na fe 42% and so eto aba say there be one person wo te wo ho free Gold Coast ho well 42% no baby a vote ne do so pa ye nkronkro bi te say pando ena fe ho womo de womo to aba ne party so mpese womo to womo ho free Gold Coast ho na semema figures no details are for instance pando about on say na koye 17,029 ena womo to aba pando result no 17,029 ena womo to aba so mpese womo join Gold Coast ena 8,581 ewo kwando nipa 8,581 and on some charge when said there be 1% 1 ho e free Ghana ho now say ye ko ho a about one sunsanso no say na ko ye ho wo to abache say 1% wo eka Gold Coast e ho e ye 7,217 and na wo charge say wo ne Gold Coast ebeko and na 18,981 and so extra adwen say one person mo ebeka Gold Coast ehu enti sa na bato no sunsuaso no ekoye now after Sambato no report the General Assembly, United Nations report, the future of Togoland under British administration. The General Assembly recalling that the resolution 944X of 15th December 1955, it recommended in pursuance to Article 76B of the Charter of the United Nations that a plebiscite be organized and conducted in the Trust Territory of Togoland under the British administration by the administering authority in consultation with and under the supervision of a United Nations Plebiscite Commissioner in order to ascertain the wishes of its inhabitants in regards to the union of their territory with an independent Gold Coast or otherwise. Having received the report of the United Nations Plebiscite Commissioner on the organization, conduct and results of the plebiscite, and having noted in particular the conclusion contained in the report that the plebiscite was held in an atmosphere of freedom, impartiality, and fairness, having also received the report of the United Kingdom Plebiscite Administrator, noting that the majority of the inhabitants of the Trust Territory participating in the plebiscite have expressed themselves in favor of the union of the territory with an independent Gold Coast. Oscar report now, it's a very long one. Say Empenifono Eba, Yanu Ebeko details. Now say about one no Adrian Shai. Say Nipado Duanwa Yomadrin, say Wamone the then Gold Coast and Ebeko. Now Adrian Esi. But the entire Nipa Binum say and then Nenano. Wamadrino Eguswa ya Wamo Western Togoland. Now one person which say Wamone on person muti wamo and I pay a better chumukomo. Say I can Western Togoland cry if ya a chassis free hin echo kahin. From Mantamunina, Volta Regina, and a share Western Togolandi assay. Sansamina and Sema, as I say, you be Sanafi, I shall buy Bohonso and some Ekakra. But near Corso, Nnawotwe a tremu. Omukosisi kwan Sogakope mepe omukoye basabasa police station ho Japan ne miamia kokoso ma yenhwe wei na fe yeba yatoaso
Sahwefo ebekaya na Nnawotwe etwemu ni mu ene ekuo bi a wondin ene Western Togoland secessionist group wonom ekosi atimpoku Sogakope mepe aveyime Japan ene akusi kwan no ya na wo hye sesei wo te won ho age wonom fa hodie afri Ghana aban mu enam so ama nipa ba akokra ehwere ne nkwa esan tututuo bi a ekoso ewo homu enam so ama opanyini a Wadavota Regional Security Council nano Dr. Archibald Lacha e dia Bible tudra say wonu metimi a kire nipa aduonu mu a won ho bon sansense
the situation is very much under control, but the security agencies are alert 24/7, and we also have arrested many people, and we arresting more. The arrests are ongoing. We also appealing to the citizens to provide us information so that all these people can be rounded up to face the loss of our country. The arrest is a continuous process. So far, I put the number conservatively at 60. There are many people already who are on trial. There are many people. What we may not know is that there are many people who are already on trial for the activities of this Togoland movement.
Ninyina mu no so afọ hwama ne bo ho nsem so kujo opon kroma enso ade ne di say enchekura saa nipa a wo hye saa secessionist group na ase no odi wondin e ba betudwa
agencies no o clear idea of how much fund omo clear idea how much so text them say this week come publish wanted list be of homophobia text omo from omo na share to be share omo kutupa, particularly this attempt to radicalize, more actually yes I did there. Security agencies no bomb so.
And so now mene Professor Kwame Osei Kwating oyobi a waben wa bakose mu pa ochade e University of Cape Coast Department of History mene no entwetwen komo Prof otemenka na otwe dwumadi esu ne mimu akwa ba
yeah ne joso na mechia
atiefo ne ahwefo nyina ejo so Prof anapede wadaroma ye bese ye de nkomo no eto fam me di se obeboa yen na yaba o lecture room wa ma yate ase yen hya se fire kwa ye kakra niema a course so because ebe friend no historical antecedent ansa na Second World War afei plebiscite no eba beba so fire kwa ye kakra na afei eboye mu prof
yo me da say the design no me chia atiefo nyina so bi ene say ewiase ohi yes ye hu ni say ade dia etibia no e wo nsinsaso say etina ni nsinsaso no betimi aba ene na ebi so ho nsinsaso no emma ene ya emum no emre bi enfie du enfie aduasa aduonum anase aduochi anase bi enfie ahanu krechi no ni nsinsaso ni etimi ba na we ya ene yehunu about Western Togoland issue and after Ghana ha a didimu atiatia so enka Ghana ha no ka Western Togoland on yan form colonization so e kofa ba ye ne se agrofo ade Europe fo no omu no emre bia na ye 1884 ni 1885 omu nyina kokohia Germany ahinkure fro ho Berlin and omu eto adwene se they say no Africa ni area si bebre e se omu echepa na omu di enso e san se omu akohu se yen no yen le chete san omu nti omu na so ebe chete eni tie eti baby obi be kono mo obi ko hobi nti obi de France ana ne France akosi anoma Britain de France akosi anoma Germany ana se Portugal ana se Belgium also hobi it omi no and the combat say obi nyina di tumu no combat say by 1900 and no much 1902 no much Africa o man nyina o much ama o ho we Ethiopia anya friend Abyssinia and Liberia primo there be any one ma o mo anya den o mo colonize and o mo afa yi no mu no mo ani yeso na wo abi bre mu ha no mo atoye pam ha you who say France, Britain, and Portugal. Only the apotrepa ewo of friends saying and colonization and I say a don't fight on the 5 years. Britain offer the Gambia and offer Sierra Leone and offer Ghana, Gold Coast. The name Ghana, Ghana, Yama, Gold Coast, Asante, and the Northern Territory. And Okokofa, there be your friend of Togo, your friend Togoland, Okofa, there be Okofa, Nigeria, sorry. And Germany, Okofa, Togoland, Germany, Okofa, Togoland, France, Okofa, or the same Dahomey, and Ofa, and then Upper Volta, and your friend of Burkina Faso, Ofa Niger, Ofa Mali, Ofa Mauritania, Ofa Senegal. Eti uye mu West Africa of maya obono fa omo mu di omo so no eni when the copa say 1914 e kon ko si Europe ho no emu chemie no Britain ne France and Russia omo ko di efa and Germany on Austria Hungary and apei on Turkey, almost Cocody, a fan. It's a alliance.
Yes.
It's a Coco see, the Coco see, you know. The almost a Bruno, a corner Samba see Africa has answered. Yes, Odyssean, and as a way, a quan so more be the Ure Cocoa or the Overcock.
Sir,
it's almost by yourself. All colonies in Africa have Obia educated to the colony. France is the colony of Dahomey, Burkina Faso, Senegal, and Britain is the colony Gold Coast, Asante, Northern Territory, and Omuyusu, Sierra Leone, and Omuyusu, your friends in Nigeria. It was our corner, Omukonwo, what they saying, your friend First World War, we have to go to the Omuyusu, Omunio, and Omukon. If you come to now, Akobako did not say Britain, France, and Russia, almost in Kunim, but that time no, and Russia, so almost revolution, and Bolshevik revolution to Russia, the almost colonize you, Britain, France, and Germany, almost in Kubu, only in Aposia, Versailles, I English, or I include. I throw Versailles, and almost say, almost a Pambiana, as you say, now almost trying to say Versailles Treaty. Now Versailles Treaty, no, me, Germany, I didn't go into no. Almost FI Germany and Saxon, to a rock in Kugua, when Saxon a fat, and Sunday the council of Santos, I'm what ya. You didn't put him no, not you or toy a cowboy, you know, the better swam away there, what ya. It is Germany. The territory be an friend Alsace and Lorraine, Europe, no, Francified. And now, over Togoland, no, Britain and France, every five. No fire, no more, yes, make a million. It's as a Nippon in the cock, the Nippon you know, Condia, and you didn't a chimp, there's so much in Pepe. Yes. It's Britain, every fire at Toyafan, Togoland, or a chim, you know, no part Toyafan. And France far a prayer fan. Now, the France here and it's on the Togoland, you know, or you say, Obama, territory back. Now, what administer appointed governor near you know more administer. The Togoland, the Eastern Togoland. President, the other and say, it's answer our Gold Coast colony. Now, Ashanti territory. Now, our Northern territory, you know. Not that territory, we say, you know, almost Ben, you know, Western Togoland, and Ben, over, you know. And if I don't know, almost any of the sound of that territory, and the colony of Gold Coast, and the satellite territories there, Ashanti, and then Northern territory, not the Omega County. You know, to say, 4 distinct territories. Yes. The Gold Coast, that's the colony, Ashanti, and a Northern territory, and a Western Babylon, Transvolta Togoland, that are a friend of Western Togoland. Eti ekoba se Ghana Gold Coast for no 1946 omo kabo mu ema ebeye baako eti omo kabo mu aje sabre na ma omo nya akwan ema Northern Territory Ashanti omo nya akwan omo call Legislative Council first no omo call Legislative Council Northern Territory na Ashanti no omo nkobi and even Togoland na omo nyina be nya akwan ba Gold Coast Legislative Assembly ni bi and ye nyina ensu enim say 1947 and the Coba said, you got to UGCC, the first political party. That's after the Second World War II, no, yes. 1945. In your political party, be a friend of UGCC, Nationalist Party, more pet, Saudi, Ediama, Gold Coast, near the territories in India. And now, the main child, CPT bar 1949, and 1951, the 12 and 50 in a way, a common criminal charge for on a deep party name. It's a man a leader of government business. And Oya and I say, Obama in a farm, Obama identity before, or motion, say, Yamaya independence. So, motion of destiny, Yamaya independence, a president for any of 1 3 years. So, Yamadia. A Honona, a Coba said, the Gold Coast, Gold Coast in the satellite territory, Northern territory, Ashanti, a year, independence. And yet, Transvolta Togoland, now Western Togoland, a United Nations trusted territory. That Gold Coast, and an air for the United Nations. World War I, 2, no, a corner and you United Nations. World War I, no corner and you League of Nations. League of Nations, and a World War II, no by. World War II, no by, and the year by United Nations. That's a Japadiana League of Nations, no in United Nations above it. Western Togoland, and I said, Transvolta Togoland, Cabrino, above a United Nations territory. Gold Coast, United Nations. It's never been, I said, you may put a Nipano on there, your Eastern Togoland and your Western Togoland. Yes. It's Yamusa almost a Nipano, almost epic. The only Gold Coast, the Carbon, not so we are Sahudiano, not over independent, almost anyone never call. And I said, on the Sayako, normally only Togo for no. I can't know Eastern Togoland. Na Germany do almost no matter for your back, and I am my back. omo buy the mission ba be bi na ta Western Togoland na Transvolta Togoland every esremu soro ho no ma na be si ho asi ho na e be si ho district ye o man Prusi district and na wo Dagomba district yendi na na ka ho man Prusi na e ho so ka ho and ye wo Gonja district and ye wo Krachi Inchumuru and ye wo Pando and na ye wo ho district into him on it acquire district
Eti prof say metwase here you come Western Togoland and near and yet the whole of Volta region oti and sana for unity prof
Mamprusi baby vice president Baumia free no Mamprusi Boko area hono nya sabre mfe hono nya Boko area ho sisara da Boko area onya no nyina no omo hye Mamprusi for na tino ye classify omo say Mamprusi district so
yeah
ena oba asie hono Mamprusi na asie hono oba ba beto yendi ho ye Dagomba hono eba no ano na oba asie no ba beto Gonja on the Gonja for no mo kati across omo twam yo Eastern Gonja ne Western Gonja Eastern Gonja no omo no so no e wo ho ena ofiri ho an ansa na ba Krachi ene Buem Krachi Inchumuru and Buem intina ye Krachi Buem district ena ofiri ho na akona sia ansa na akoto Pando na ene ho hoye ene ye one ena ansa na akoto ko so na ho district oba omo na sia aflawo na British territory and some 1914 war no private na aflawo Britain colonize omo Keta Britain colonize omo Georgia Britain colonize omo Japan Britain colonize omo Segakope Britain colonize omo Ofa Peki nina Britain colonize omo enti omo nka Transvolta Togoland anase na dia go ka se omo ze Western Togoland no omo nka ho obi o beka ta bia na ze onim abakosem no na bia basabasa ye bi no peso ye den odeba eti ye to aba no United Nations ma ye to aba no mo ye bi e frɛ no referendum on se na nse ya omampani Akufo-Addo ka se all regions no ensia ka ho ama ba ye bi nsia
e kwotira adwen mo fuaso anase mo mfuaso ye sa adwen kire no
me de stretch mu am what ya
yes
ama amanfo atiase oye so be o just a referendum so ka get a referendum
me kai a referendum ni mu na ye bisa say mo pene so ana so mo pene so sa adwen kire no
ta afepepe eti we so mo ye we ye friend of plebiscite ye friend of omo to din plebiscite no the same thing as referendum so eti omo ye plebiscite no omo wasoro aye Mamprusi for no omo say omo any Ghana for ebe baako omo ndabi omo ni go coast for no Northern Territory na Ashanti omo be baako omo pe integration omo be baako nti omo nya independence omo so nya independence omo be baako the Dagomba for so do omo to say omo so ne go coast any independence Ashanti ni Northern Territory no ebe ye kopa omo be integration omo be ka boom ena oba Gonja almost the same thing almost here almost so many go coast and then Ashanti in Northern Territory owen ya fa we dia omno never come no be back oba catch buemu almost the same thing almost say almost to do to say omne Ashanti in Northern Territory so many fa we dia omno never come no be back and na oba Pando anyhow almost there do to say omni omunia no Eastern Togoland no is that a honor your way before we were starting Southern Eastern Togoland. The job is on back, no cabo, no form a union with Omunianum.
Okay, and Prof, on a honor, there were figures no ever have. For instance, Pando ya boss is here 17,029, and one more vote to say one joining Ghana, and 8,581 so vote to say one by joining Ghana, and only a Pando, and a fay whole so 7,217. Omo voting so am joining Ghana and 18,981 a voting say one joining the then Gold Coast Prof.
Yeah, exactly. We are right. The figures no maybe I'm a one I mentioned me points me by I was struggling to set up my I and I'm in person quote to be up hand na my mistake me da what say what can figures na my
yeah
but the essay obi ati say I had to presidential elections na ye to by I ever be to no 7 December
yes
constituency be party be benya boom ho constituency be obenya crowd ho constituency be but ni nyina the presidential election acquire one constituency two am dey mention the kali nyina bo na wa obenya do no na wo na wa yeso aye den obenya 51% plus 1 wo na wa din kunim sa na sa private storm here no it an say this no omuka mamprusi the bomba ye ka gonja crash buem and ye ka pando and ye ka ho de no nyina bo mu ye ka bo mu no a ye who say percentage no 58% e was up 6 this is nyina say omne go to the ka boom ayeba
okay and prof bacho me pese me ye establish we baby ananse abasabasa yo no e course so Japan mepeni sa miamia no originally woman ka sa Western Togoland and she say
woman ka Western Togoland so come so we British colony we are part of the British Gold Coast colony
okay
so omo Britain for no omo nananom no omo was and create our bomb the pen yi hono awaka Japan
Aveyi mene San Konkro
I think it was around after 1890 something or between 1885 1890 something or we had an agreement no by omo no kotrase Britain for no any colonization by baby on ma omo kokon and omo pedi so that time they Britain and omo coin and Britain di on sunkunim it was by the signal defeat no omo a conquer territory Ashanti a conquer territory but over a colony now Gold Coast colony no any northern territory a treaty normal sign treaty of friendship and protection treaty of friendship
that is prof that is one more year basa secessionist for yi abako semra kazanga no asa omo ntiase o
almost me kasaba e pass we buza that question no the only one is say e basa ye e no mo de ba omo emu na question ya na ye mu binu mu busa and say adentina sankofo we no emra na kanema mpani rolling edi ade oye onzo be ye ku odi omo iso for 11 years and san also about be omo iso 8 years as president after 1992 constitution ye gitu mu a ye to about 1992 December no ye so in 7 January 1993 omo amoso anka bibia asumdi o bibia ba efiri ono opuma payinku for by oba e na no musa omo rezi sa ayinu sa ba biem Western Togoland they don't go rezi here but no phone and ejigu here and president no so by sa ayinu ya nti mo asem bia biem na na kufa Dubai and ya chief ayina sama ejiyemu because e bi that say Rob Mega said, political undertone. Obisha no yes, I did.
But Prof, I don't know. Even before we try to answer that question, Masem Bisani say, I didn't know ya tuaba, ya china dream, ma dream wakosi say, yen yina ya ba the then Gold Coast ho. Na after 60 years, still I know as a binomu woha, woman to one was like a car market can come. Prof.
Yeah. Me busa question ma busa me no me me enye ma obo isan say me ni o ma dream etire and this about bread and what I want say aba yellow ne wo na aba brown ne wo so am dey make them yeah let me account say questions na me busa question na me am try to be am find answer possible answers and na me busa question so and na obi answer me to busa question that dey ntina that brain no mo yesa so me ya politician am an academic. Now, as an academic, make me say that if you open a church and also if you saw any open a church, Obi Onoma or Tionoma or my way on percent obey any big ruby and any big Tanipa will come from the Oma to take out one be on any or my son and a party any or my party there and you may be now, if you may be viva na omai eniya different difference because if a money for we are you have you say and no primary change we say a police even because they or the time almost high that take driver the car the back baby I know what I make say every time Trabia driver be the actual me who on TV so nipa ne sana police ID press conference they don't but the money new e will be at it who nim agena we patrim on here it me we say politics in China the nipa no yes I know you back the politics in China yes do they have a legitimate right as a bia and no a legitimate right you know person or political you know person or side right and you do all you should be on there it did a GC and I say yeah that's it that's on any and could do and not to sana and not yet answer I'm doing my say you need to say that service site and home cut out here in any of the admin and stress it over the time for much you the dear cut and cross the end or almost a drop to be cut out and drop
okay prof what am about Emsa semi by what former member of parliament for Hohoi Wakase legally Ghana does not exist. You are a historian. One ne adwene.
Obwa Ghana existed. Britain for no my independence no. Almost a home crata, almost sign pay no. They call British Parliament. Ma almost did to Ghana a parliament no. Go to legislative parliament no. Also, party motion of destiny from the common Britain and Britain for the two and also call parliament, parliament, to not paying a sign. It's not any Ghana or this March 1957, and you know Ghana. It's not make us another America, say, Gold Coast Colony, Ashanti, Northern Territory, and a Transborder Togoland. All the time, I Ghana. On 6 March 1957, Ghana was born. We are here, and now, no, or theater Sadano, our historian, what kind of, or starting for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and they make that pronouncement is all mine, you're trying to go coast. You're trying to go coast, that's the son of the friend of Ghana, yet they are two kingdom of our ancient empire of Ghana. So, based on researcher, now, JB Dankwa, or what, and the year, at the end. It's a them, no. I am a yabi didn't hold you out. I must confess, some didn't hold you out. Opi, I want to be a parliamentarian. And yet, after that, near and you know, better in film or theater, in film, you know, oh, Ghana. Let a one neck, which you could be one of cassette. Ghana doesn't exist. Let's have some others or catch it. It's not now on graphic for premium on interview. Catch on say, Ghana, when I am come home, near your back. Now, young man, I'm 4 years. Okay. Ghana did the Bia Cobia, we are Ghana near respect to him to quite the brave machine they were with Ghana enough who quite a happy move. It's over to check the Democrats make me after all, maybe it's that different. I may redeem on social media. National security, friend immediately may come in Hammy country, the whole Ghana will be okay. Papa, Papa could see them, who got on national security, friend, only again, air personal, and who will be, only who will be, so only who will be and come with that statement. That statement can a seditious. So, Ghana as is there. At one can a treasonable, may come of so I am on national security, friend, I'm calling on national security. As a patriotic citizen, almost justify, open document, press,
okay.
Ghana doesn't exist,
okay.
Because he is challenging the very survival of our nation, Ghana. And yes, you see, all Ghana, the president of National House of Chiefs, one of the revered institutions in our country, chieftaincy, is headed by Togbe Afede, our Opriho, or no territory, the district, Transborder Togoland. The chair is here, Mr. Honorable Peter Amewu, only Minister of Energy. Energy is one of the vital economic sectors in our country. Energy is a driving economy. Energy, price cost rate, what we with 2016, do so. What the hell animal we in a petroleum net admin? What the hell? Hopefully, Western Togoland.
Okay, Prof.
Okay,
now you're friends with Adarama. Yes, me too.
Vice President Vice President, or the saying, His Excellency Baumia, Okriman Brusi, one Vice President of this country. They do have a Western Togoland for the Omon Kagana, and Ghana, and then get this up with you in our side, pay a town wanting, and I above with you. And you almost could you will probably bring a free after making our winner, almost a while, and almost occupy important positions. Allowance the demon pay a demo almost. Gold Coast colony, and also Ashanti, and also Northern Territory grant. All national treatment.
Okay.
Papa, no media. I'm calling on national security.
All right. Professor Sekwati, I mean, what's the offense here?
You, let's make that. So I'm on the choir, Mama Kadi,
wow. So, Professor Kwame Osei Kwating, a historian, University of Cape Coast, and I'm in and common. But I think I didn't come to Shunanka, the Airbus studio. Now, I've been joined. Ora Paul Boating, a security analyst, Africa Center for Security Studies. One and the team in Sani Faso, and Ura Adam Bona, a security and safety expert. One also so Abekan, sir, on a woman, sir, Benkum, and some pen for Mama Kwaba.
Yeah.
Ura Bona, Mesha say free. We among historians there, but the call for Prof. Say, as some honorable Kosi Kedem, Wakai say legally Ghana does not exist, and his calls for national security to pick him up for further. Biano nim bibia yenim. Who is saying? Rabona.
Menchia etiefo.
Ashafoni etiefo nyina.
Can any etiefo nyina. Menchia my co-panelist, Mr. Paul Boating. Yes, let me say before the respectable historian Bekasano, some of us have raised it on different platforms.
I see.
In other places, someone like him, a former member of parliament, say by this time, Ghana Krubia Sebi, Yeni Dahwa, and answer Yeni Dahwa, and by this time, already I'm saying 24/7, the surveillance so. But unfortunately, Monsu media no moka because Moana I'm more encouraging because if the microphone is not there, we frame ya what frame ya bahe. Say yebeka nyoma edem papa mu anase ntichemu ebeba ye memu ha me expect to say other media houses should not give me or anase me other colleagues that opportunity to make such divisive statement. And so yes, 100% mefwa the okanya no so it should have happened long ago. And the surveillance should have been done in a way to know the bank account. They need to check all those things.
Yes. To that extent.
Yes. If we were a serious country, can see a check in the bank account. Yeah, by this time, you pulling out the telephone records. Can see if pulling the telephone records. Or no more. Young Fanny said the last maybe 10 years minimum. Who he's been engaging with.
Wow.
Oh yes. They should follow him. Baby, away to Kwanyako. They need to follow him. And such persons, even though you were anti-terrorism, you can say law. The law, you should have law no amma yentimemufuo no. Oma ye law nama influence Al-Qaeda for, and so it's not so broad.
As I said, BBC,
yes, yan shada anwene ho. Okay, say emrebu ya besin etwam. I think under your man penyin that Mahama was a meals under one of them. Now you try to pass this spy bill, this spy law.
Yes.
And now you can say people rose up against it and all that. We need to have at least a limited law. Even if it will require, say, on the court, you can say court, a warrant to the law should be there, but with some limitations. I so between me a court our Casabia, me bonana say me colleague. Ebia looking at us, say they need a warrant to be able to follow us 24/7. And the law should be broadened to the extent that someone like in case to me freezing account, blacklisting. Say in him say me we say na me sorry waka. Na me kopie Iran. Uko Iran from Ghana, or Ghana near unye visa. But say you muso bomb na say me too free ma I free plane kopie Iran. Do blacklist me. Mean to me visit most European countries. you America, I mean, they will be asking you, what did you go there to do? And the simple reason is that, almost say, the Iranian authority has supported terrorism. And to one or more Libyano, you are an enemy of the state. And to someone like, is it Kosikadem?
Kosikadem, yes.
He should have been blacklisted, he should have been detained, yes, detained, but investigated to be able to deduce whether what is his relationship with these
secessionist groups,
these criminals, because they are just pure criminals. Because the Omoyanu, I mean, before listening to this historian, Sebi, I mean, history kaka. When you go into the Omoyanu, it's just Obina Sebi. So now you know Kanu, and of say he can just take advantage of our peace. But Ushe might has its own international connotations, ne Omo. And I mean, we all know that Ushe Francophone West Africa is in turmoil. Francophone West Africa is in turmoil. Part of you can say Anglo you can say West Africa and Ankasa Ushe DAC you can say Nigeria. Now Ushe DAC Cameroon. Part of Cameroon is you can say Anglo. Part of it is Francophone. Ushe DAC who I was watching some videos and talking to some security analyst colleagues from the Cameroonian area, and I mean disgusting. Even those from the other side, the Francophone, you can say Cameroon, disgusting. You see, there is Big Brother sitting somewhere. Or no, I know so no, they can say papemune divisiveness, ne, ye infamune, goody I oya mohano. So pushing on, and that is what. And they movie say, you can say intelligence failure, because the opinion you can. There shouldn't be a recommendation from some of us or talking about this.
We'll be getting into the intelligence and security near the other. But Urabatin, only Urabona Yadrin on that bit of baby, I mean, Professor Sekwatin, Urabatin, baby, I mean, only Yadrin.
Many Yadrin, near the Kamaminchia, I have 4 years for you now. If it will come, Mikrumufo, and then there was some Koyo Dunquao. Onabo no dunkwa ono fianga so onabo adejam na no ye MP watu ne tema na President Lawrence dia konya no mentimi anko because of this program ntino that's the mechia o that's meni minu ne ya adwen a chekura dodo unim se sa asem we omu di kopie is this reconciliation commission or something like that unim sa omu di kopie
yes
omu tie asem ba final report no omu yifiri Adinti and there was a source near my ways.
The legality of Ghana, no.
Final report. What the opa Enra Nampesa me forwarding near me blow because a banny say ya no you were quite a fast war it himself and nothing on document we am. I do report into no mujina so de yes. Now me law me international law kakre me ntimi nchire tinam say we nunti on asem no buy na nye no and chroma time no mo suppress you ana buzi atam no e ba kakra ubusa asem am so opanyin so kan sa de na President Rawlings time no anko so me busa the same question say no mu nua binum bi wom e wo so jam aban no nti no mo ne on daily behind the scenes enti me am mo ayen dey empushi agenda so what you say enti no opanyin ne kan yen me ne ya adwen edru ba bia ye matraba politics ne niam bi baji oman no politics ne wade mu emwa oman Ghana enti no empanyimfo no a omudidi anim na omuyi wo manim ne de kaba na no ka sa 2006 ache kura ache ba ne edu ne de CJ ya ntase ne yi a me se ye fidie trap pa kese no mosum inti si an tackle ni ye say ni ebin recommend this you use brute force and them say I'm against only brute force. If you say if we asking baby hu baby asem we bi asi a brute force etimia asolve and if we ask baby en who akun asi a battlefield and ye di asem wo ye de be kwa wie round table negotiation say this is sabe won security and intelligence ase what you say it sometimes no empanyifo ni bi kasa you know, me say there many there say so called analysts. Sometimes we hear some of them penny for ye be kasa omoka
the doubt
it's all what you say
credentials mo the security analyst
dako omo check me background me UK
in fact enra opani bia na me na twetwe nkomo na me kan say o ene before say na me no be no so we mo from home security analyst and I'm say nipa yi ni background because me say minimum background me fa me tran so bi say so but na guso akasa
ana me kire say anu no eye strategy a on person provoke ye mu bi ni amia ya no politics no sa na omo de because omo de ewura sector ho enti no ye mu a on obi a o Jimmy di no me Professor Greece Anthony Greece or well known on a kire ma de on a ma me tight na na me wie school enti nya omo on beke kansa na we o ma ni enti no na senior maker no yen use brute force a trap especially blia a woman say aban no anye careful na oye na se BBC na innocent so bi wo voter ho ba bia kana minia asem no be jensem me de ni share futu am de ma no opim taban e be san ko
okay well Rabona ma yen hwe ye ka nia ekoso Ghana ha sisi yi muma dwuma no munim die mu no mo wo be bia friend intelligence gathering 2017 ye be ka ya ko form keka om ho kakra from sabre no kwan be na senka ye fa so e gather intelligence ehunu wo movement kwan om fa so wo mo he wo manam ntu kwan be na senka ye fa so
so said me colleague Mr. Boateng e kan yi kwan I say fa so no de ade I mean there's a process but amanyosem no say same way started bobanas amanyosem no started di akotene wo mu a na ya started ye hwe han because from I mean in year 2017 I mean this has been long ago and so how do you deal with it maybe they say yeah even if you have to go into a 1992 constitution it is about the longest republic we have had in terms of the 1992 Republican Constitution. And Nona still are yet to us. One would have expected, say, from that time up to date, he to me jail binum, a sentence binum to death.
I see.
By the Constitution. So Constitution is very specific. Constitution no criteria you can say judges no answer when it comes to issues of treason. It prescribes they kind of say the punishment and it prescribes they kind of say the esquire said also
so crime in the crime kind constitution who say Ghana's territorial integrity is a sovereign matter.
Exactly. So you could hear you kind of saying from the professor who spoke how emotional he became. And if these things happen and you cannot be emotional about it, then you are not fit to be called a Ghanaian.
And photocracy before Ghana.
No. Oh, here you see America, America first, America first. Another American member. Yeah, Trump will go. Or the money now saying, America is still there. It's the reason why when America declares war on another country and you are, a fighter, you are, you enlist, you have to go because you've sworn to defend America. Per the Constitution, you've done that. And to me, can say, in terms of intelligence, can see to me, I gather intelligence, enough intelligence, build up a whole, you can say, dossier of you can say, documents, so gathering data on who is who. Papa V didn't start today. Assuming Papa V is 90, if he started, let's say, 20 years ago, it means Papa V was strong enough. How much information do we have?
In fact, I think about 3 or 4 days ago on my radio show, Jason Sem, Mene Orebi Kasai, or say a friend Paul. What you say, some time ago, as a time I don't know, say when you're 42 years, or so now be 10, 12 years, Volta Star Radio. I want to Papa V Juma. Okay. It's radio, no, and on this start radio, no. So so that's just to add up to.
If we had started picking, if we believed in the state called Ghana, okay, that man, you're somebody better chain. Bambo for one kasa be started in a chi, at the chin kakran gather enough evidence. Or more person do omuhushemuno. They get enough evidence on them. Embassies and international diplomatic missions in the world or within this country, or try say, or breaking Ghana into pieces. No, you gather enough information on them. At least there is evidence of these people per their pronouncement. Any omoneye, I bet to me, court. Now, court, pronounce a certain verdict on these people and jail them. But here, I say, we haven't had anything like that. I mean, I stand to be corrected. But you ensure that Bibia.
But enough.
Yes, Bibia bet me say is so deterring. Yeah, so with evidence, I will say this place is not part of Ghana. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be. And you know, now why you say? Do court. You've been sentenced to death. If you are going to be there for life, you'll be there. But you can say zero. To the extent that the recent Bruhaha course, because at least under this current dispensation, so the professor said, yes. Why is it that they tend to be active during certain times? I will not be able to explain, but there will be a reason. There will be a reason why they tend to be active.
Say intelligence.
Oh, yes.
Why not?
Yes. If there was intelligence, what would have happened was that we would know why they are active, and so if they tend to be more active under a certain regime, then one will say that when that regime takes office, you put in enough measures to ensure that you can counter them. But they were even arrested some time ago, and the AG. And so that is where we talk about complicity of the state. The state is so complicit. These people were arrested for doing near and they were flown to Accra. For a reason, the reason why AG filed that they are no longer, the state is no longer interested in the case. Until we are able to get an answer to that, it will be very difficult to even move forward.
It's quite surprising.
It's quite surprising.
Yeah.
And let me land. Yeah. You see, so that if we say they are active under a certain regime, now under this regime you have them. What did we do? And then they started agitating. And then we went to sleep. And then they did what they had to do. And they have done it again. So mine is that what is going on beats my imagination. Even though, I mean, some of us have the expertise to be able to deduce and put 1 and 2, 3, 4 together and say, sometimes you ask yourself, to some boy and home, what are they doing? Because one is expecting that gathering intelligence on these people is easy. I mean, it's so easy.
Okay, but Rabwati, Sabrenwa, Yeche, Papa V, Ankasa Wadano, we are security analyst. What should have been the follow-up? Then, Saka, near Odian Wankasankasano, and then Kasanka, a free ho.
Sabrenwa Mocheno, Nessa on beef up security and intelligence. Because Omono, if we are see baby, almost see ya, na bejensem. Into which is any pana, na ya wadwin say yakokora keka, eye miscalculation, misjudgment, error. We analysis, no even say yakokora nti, o ya chi no yehunu mobo a.
Nimfie no kwa nimu dodo.
Eno na bureaucratic reasons, intelligent failure.
Security is gone beyond.
Security is not
no.
Enti wo hwa say me analysis ni enti afiri an ba me first year me use it's a part of reasons no bureaucratic reasons no. Obehwe first I was a underestimation. Omo underestimate won. Enti sometimes no e ba ne sa consumer no we na the commander when there's so much to oh we no into on gene tum because on per se bi kro best spend sika was anko for na ofin so much to me
on person
number so complacency is to me bem on into factors bebre into sabre no na was say ye hyase na afin so ye ma education koho hwe ade we education ye key because obi wo ha history no wonim wa twisting no ana mrantie na onen say obi a ebitimi wo machi wo makɔhye baabi abrin wo hye won ntino enia bi wo hɔ no mo ka ombagye edi azumi say unananu maka kyerɛ sɛ na da atwom wo japade bi wo fi wo tetete na nkɔfo bi abefa ana wo mafa na wo mu yusu no mo man bia ɛbɛyɛ wo de
dabi
enti eniema bebre akoso a na wo se ka ebedum sambri no ka yehu nisibia unum se mi information na mikuta kire se 2008 kura no Attorney General etro letter na on your son letter ni AC something crap
VCRAC crap
yeah na ntino we me de be ma assignment mu hwehwe sa letter no ni yen hwe kwan a response a wo de ma because na case no konkon ho so enti case no ya suppress case no ya ma na konkon ho saa na abeduru ni adu na papa na kan history no excuse me sa ahadie Western Togoland any Amber land for no Ambazonia Cameroon ya similar unse ho no no ekoye the same thing wohwe history na ma de bibi kakra gu form wo ha wohwe history na German colony from 1887 to 1914 ana Britain for Britain after the First World War and we reclaim land firms and on their truths a certain unknown frenetico. We history now. Send your way no more ashase no. The same thing. We say no 2017 a G boom.
But on this one, is it true say go for the letter UN no embassy be Ghana have free or just to look through the letter.
Now they still let me make this point clear. Me no can say me na ya me de on my way until say ye be hwe ye bambo nhye ye ne security here no ya hwe ya one day ye be nu ye ho
we fun mu
me can we free say me lead team e ko Burkina Faso me rescue my life na me ko hu say enko one person beto share ye so awre e ma ye churches e be ye hu Ghana honorable minister or ye security minister no o share sorry for me wan frame me ba confirm kire won say ne me kan ye no kore
me ntwana no just recently when these issues happened I am told to say they were supposed to call those of us the analysts and into a meeting and I'm told some of them said they've called some. I say who did he call? Did they call you?
Obi an frame me. Me no answer me tip them say so.
Do you understand me? So I was when the issue happened, I had some ministers of state calling me. I'm sure they called him too. I said so, but we are told. Why are you people? We are told say your fremo more security for us. Your fremo analyst. You know, you people. We've called you into a meeting, and so why are you people? It looks like. You don't say no one has called any of us. If they've called, maybe they've called those they want to talk to, but as far as I know, I myself and my colleagues, some of us, I mean, so maybe I'm fair one or two, but in terms of the, I mean, in China also.
But in dealing with sa issue who here say be yimu ye fa we mu de omo nkasa ma ban no mo we mu de omo kasa ban
security you don't have to talk for the government
we ban but this is
security is very technical.
CJ one man we masem no ko
yes we are watching
sorry
me ni nua na call Peace FM ana me kan sa asem o ti ase enti o pe obi ama evidence ana so o pe obi aka bibia kira ho na we so ofre no nya me na we so ofre me ba hwe pepem na hwe information minister asem a oka ye propaganda falsehood no amu na mo kire hwe okay just am be ka kire wo mebu sa wo ko fa kire akopem information
but when you expect allow the experts to speak
no me na me ka kire so o my expert nkasa anya the fault
okay
me we school back now e ho na Dr. Baomi awie I did security and intelligence go and check my bag now what you say say be yem fentu ye ho ana emman mu mpanyimfo bi no mo wo pa akobusa general men so be ka kire me contribution even then enti wo betra ho na politics enti wo pese wo be kan emu na ya emwa wo man no ba yenye no ne ebebua wo asem na aba no solution no ana ye miniminu ya base ye beka omuti ya ebeboa wo mu anti ya omaji na emum se ne emeka no oman ne bambo nhyehyeye no omu hwe ne ye na ndimu because onipa na waka asem no wo ho wa amfre no wo so de number bi na sabe wo tu ayampia so emphasize anye wo man
Robertin solution no a wo ka ho asem no any DNA and I believe
no solution ni bi no kan solution ni say To say, I remember before Burkina Sensemwe Ebayi, he had published something. That was, I mean, I think we had about a month lead.
Ansana UK,
yes,
about a month
lead.
Canada for
before you can say the red alert from the UK, then the Canada.
Yeah, I was sure.
Okay, so we had about a month lead from the publication. Okay, done. And some of us spoke to it and said, well, we cannot play down on some of these things because sometimes when we share this intelligence with them, they don't uncheck. And I said, we see. Some of us were expecting that at least they will call a meeting of some of us who, I mean, we have colleagues who will talk to us from all over the world. What do you know? Then our PK, what is going on?
They don't know.
They didn't. And so one of the solutions is that when you put square pegs in round holes, you're not going anywhere. Because, for instance, you have an information minister who, I mean, sorry, one of your colleagues.
Yes, he's a journalist.
He's a journalist. Do you understand? It doesn't mean that you cannot do some work in security and know what you are. Security is so technical. Security is like pregnancy. I tell people, security is like pregnancy. So, now say, Udisia, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. So if you have a security challenge and you keep painting on the security challenge, when it comes up, you will not be able to hide it. And that is what is happening in the Yakani saying, what's the name? This separatist movement. Some of us belong to various organizations. Various organizations, and we share intelligence. It's a community. It's a whole community on its own. It's a whole community on its own where intelligence is shared, and your contribution to, to knowledge sometimes would identify you as somebody who probably a go-to when it comes to intel and a certain area. But unfortunately, one of the challenges we have is that when you assemble or try to be church, you are not your target. Yes, we crowd in with him. This person crowd in with him. People, I mean, and so I'm on your seminal. I can't say, it has become part of what we are doing. And so, instead of us dealing with it, we are not dealing with it. We begin to do, those who do propaganda end up saying that some people are doing propaganda. Don't you speak to them? So mine is that the solution is, let's begin to look at this thing from a coordinated front. When we cast a coordinated front, whatever, recently, one of my colleagues, some group, I think in France, were actually paying a young man in the northern region area. They came like I didn't say NGO. And I'm starting to in the car, we want you. And they gave him, listen, a whole dossier of your kind of saying our security architecture. Hey. They want to know this about this person. They want to know what they are doing. And saying, I'm say, changes be at the police, whatever. They want to know who is. And so when this information came and it came to my notice, and this my colleague had been trying to get the attention of some of the policy makers, it wasn't working. But when I reviewed the document, I said, no, this thing, and only the number just about less than $1,000. Less than $1,000. But they made the whole thing look like it's a credible research they want this person. You don't conduct research into our security like that. You don't do that. But this young man was smart enough, or you're smart enough to, share this information with some of us. So we quickly directed this to, you're kind of saying, I'll mention his name, because he had tried to meet some of the ministers, I quickly had to call the attention of the defense minister, Nito. I quickly, and if Nito would say, would confirm this. And it didn't, within a few hours, Nito called these people to come and he collected the information. I'm sure they used it and they were able to deal with it. And so mine is that, they don't care. So you share the information. Sometimes you need to call them out by their name. That's what they under. You call them out by their name. Ubomudin say, that is the reason why some of us have kept that. We seem to have the wrong Minister of National Security. Oh yes, because that is where everything starts from. So it's that point no say that point na pra. So that point no nya. It trickles down a bad form because then.
But obviously, maybe I say okay. So there's a minister, a politician here, didn't see her.
Yeah.
Now there's an IGP, there's a chief of defense staff. How on that ladder? How does it work? Because minister no ho. Now
man.
Okay.
On Ghana constitution. I think what they be out at some kasam. Onya be to me na on na EFA na IGP. CDS sanko for ni nyina. Na omo fa won so a na omo akekere wo monsagun nti na omo nsa be hwe won. Wo de police council. Wo de akwohwe constitution no. I think article 202 also. Na hwe send your police council, send your control IGP. Enti no a political party na ewuru oman no. Enti ye hwe wani mu a ye se wo ya hwe a wo be ye party akosu ya dompe. Ye ma wo man. That is what is happening now. Yes, a Ghana intelligence ye weak o. One more munim adwuma no bebre wo ho a ya sideline no omo. Ade yes, we talk.
Oh, yes.
We talk.
Oh, they've been sidelined. And
we
so
talk because of politics.
Mine is that until say we will look at the Mbambono devoid of amanyosem. Because the question who tie the kusike them also can say this guy.
Yes, kusike them.
Kusike them. The audacity to say Ghana doesn't exist
Legally.
How dare he say legally Ghana doesn't exist? And this person was one time a member of parliament in Ghana's parliament under the Fourth Republic in Ghana's parliament. I say Ghana doesn't exist, and he's still moving around.
Okay, but why kakra? Dia asase Ghana hey, ana air coso secessionists near the. Can we make reference to other countries? Kwaya efa so a chance. Mo na mo nim the Bible say mo. Kwaya efa so maybe make reference to or maybe a chance nkiti say ya and how they dealt with it security wise. Kwa mo fa so e delay.
No, I mean, men quite just look at Biafra, the Biafran. Ideology
in Nigeria.
Even recently under Yakani saying
Boko Haram.
Boko Haram under the Buhari. These guys started again. What did he do to them? He chased them out. And the agitations are still there. But he dealt with it. Their leader, we don't know where he is. Maybe they say, you look at what is going on in Cameroon. It's not so different, like Paul said. It's not so different from Yediano. But Yediano, they say, legally, a ninas will be legally, a ninas will be apart from Pesamin Kuminya, people wanting to, people have been promised certain things by Big Brother who is sitting somewhere that say eba, and I say, we be the side, you say. And no, for instance, when you ask that, the examples, I mean, the Biafran, look at the Biafran one, the Biafran war under Gowon and his people. How many people died?
Lots.
Millions. Under Gowon and his people. Under Gowon and his people, millions died, during that war. And did he change anything? Let's not wait for this, people to use us, because I can tell you that Ghana, we've never had a civil war. So, apart from before you can say maybe 19 something, even that one, Ghana was legally not a state. I mean, or the Gold Coast didn't. These were groups of territories that were living in an area. But Usha Ghana we've never had a civil war. Because a civil war where you have all out civil war like we had in Liberia, in Sierra Leone and other. We haven't had it. Nigeria has had its own. And so, we seem to be the only country. We seem to be the only country. And so, can't we protect this particular thing? That's what we haven't been able to do. So, I would have wished that we would have a certain setup within the security architecture to deal with this issue.
What I say, there should be a legal something backing, a legal framework
in
dealing with
it. For instance, let's broaden the anti-terrorism law. We haven't broadened it. When you look at it, we haven't broadened it. That means, if I decide to donate money to Papa V, are you going to punish me? What is, in the scheme of things, who is Papa V today? Is he a terrorist?
He's an ordinary Ghanaian now.
Thank you. If you look at the American anti-terrorism law, if you go to the UK anti-terrorism law, the European anti-terrorism law, they say A is a terrorist. Finish. If you call A, if we are able to intercept your signal talking to A, as for you, you are done.
Where will you cry?
You are done. If worst case scenario, if your $1 or $1 falls in A's account, oh, you are a candidate for jail. I just saw my son count. Maybe I will be on the show. Even if you look at the WikiLeaks guy, you know WikiLeaks, the WikiLeaks guy.
Yes.
What happened to him? They chased him all over the world for leaking information that to them affected certain countries, isn't it? So, your law, no, you criminalize it, law, no, you criminalize some of the things. So, as we speak, we are still talking. I'm not hearing your policymakers saying that we need to look at the legal framework again to make it punitive, to cut off the source of whatever. For instance, I know one counselor who recently came on air to say rape. He said something. And I think he's been blacklisted from. I don't know whether that is correct. He's been blacklisted from going to the media. That is how effective these things should work. So that someone like Kusi Kedem, someone like him, what is the media, kind of saying, the communication, those in charge of Esla Owusu's ministry? What are they doing? Are they flagging these people? The national security architecture should have people who are listening to conversation. So maybe Koko can be encore for the state, not encore for party. Encore for the state. And I said, Bema Akronfaba Beto Ashe Ebinomus. They flag me and begin, oh, this person, I see a started a monitor. If we can't do that, then it will be difficult to fight Papa V and his people, because then, as I speak, who is Papa V and his people? If I give them $1 million Ghana cedis because I have $1 million Ghana, do you have any law that has criminalized and making it punitive for me not to give them money? No. So let's have all this. Once you have it, then you are dealing with the roots of the issue. But if we don't have it, then nothing is going to happen.
Rawati.
Sani minu America send back one son mama ada we so tamo me buy na me pese me hu say before say obet me establish security and intelligence institution if there is any law, because once abroad you don't me ko try radio so na won kasa keke no intimi call Ministry of of the Interior masa kubusa nothing me kura me suggest kire opanyin bi o me money say bet me organize ye nyina ye mu bi. What you say? Now, Emra, nature say register as a intelligence pandis and as a bio for the.
Then you do firm just so we can understand.
Me call nothing. Ain't no me say intelligence adwuma no emu obi betimi abeka sem na kofa abre wo man tinko mo nya sa nothing. Me ni nua na adwuma say e be ya association say na be ya ye betimi a guide obi a opese because yen ka sem keke. Yen ka sem keke. Wuni me what you say? Sometimes you share and you may behind. You can't some keke. And you know, media, the American say brute force on Quano. And yet, no. Baby, be a sideway, be a CBA. Me mount, met me my baby, baby. Intimate slamping for no. Matter say, no, but young chap, me be a brute force here, and if you swear the buy, any place I settle on the round table negotiation. And also soon you brute force say, you know. Baby, okay, you share Tuareg for Omope Azawad and Siaga. No. Biafra and Siaga. Mend and Siaga. What you say? Senegal, Sri Lanka for no, a year time for Iraq and what and Siaga. What you Afghanistan and Siaga and Omo Casa. What you say? Mammy Minshare Fak, Colombia. And Siaga Matrobi Kurawa, Mammy Febin Kang. Northern Ireland, Sinn Féin, and Siaga, Yemen, Nansia, Minia, and Siaga. What you say? And you know, what share even Senegal, Casaman, and Siaga. Oh, and you know, what say, Matty say, Pennyphobi, let me be specific, Vice President Radio say, Sabia, what would be yes, or yes, I say. You use blue force na be at sa na yetimi engage on it doesn't make sense. But if we are seeing her, obi obedi boni bi aye criminal na ameboa. Yenya aye krom ha wonu ana fichire yendi o hene ponte ho. Obi soli kokun woni nipa ba ye 40. Enya criminal.
It is.
Ewi as ye yensin konwa. Ana nti omo engage enkofo na peace aban na it doesn't make sense ana. Me say asem bie ni hodo mo antokwa aye kun. Conventional welfare. Egusu wa ekon ye won nkofo mo ko behind the scenes try to engage. Send ye be ya asumdue beba because on the in the battlefield no pay no asomdwe mean see daw mo wie no ceasefire no table say ya na be den entimi de ne say intelligence community no omuntu omum no omunye djuma Ghana ye betimi ayema na boroso ye betimi identify nkofo no omo hyase ni nyina emre bi di mbe ye three analogy wa ha me so omo ayache wo omo no de omo de say dua so ne wura so hu wotiti wura na ebesan ba opa mi nku nyina ebesan afefe because branches eduana nkasa ana entrino root na maka say root na nkasa no tap root no so no ejina ho ti ya until see ebetimi atudua na se no wo bechi nkofo na ye den on besan ba entini two intelligence for ni ye adwuma no ye ma education koso e was say oman no ma education koso ni e kire oman ni history because history no bebre atwese no enra anajo ana minya aside way from Australia. Omo anyina so unse nkofo no ma spread on tentacles. Say omo nya new team nkofo omo free sa region no omo tutu akwa na yeke kom ho abom omo support sa agenda.
In fact, the last time mene Volta regional minister Honorable Archibald Lecha on radio and reveal say in fact now there are two factions.
They are even more than that.
They are more than that. They are because aside Papa Vino regional minister no ball one Togbe Yesu say ono na near roadblocks near there no omuna
because them so no kasai and minyin so much in impo he spoke to I think one of your sister stations.
I see.
Yes, they claim responsibility that Omune yes and I don't think he's been arrested and that is where some of us worry that why haven't we arrested him?
And CJ when him say on almost strategy bag or foreign strategy bag say those in overseas they are reorganize themselves and come together. No one make sure say division na ba ha say no omo be san ka omo abom na kire say omo timi aye ne o say omo ye entimi de omo education no enkoso e wa region na obia we involve no e was etimi ehu no ye identify medical so can say nye ni pani nyina ana o ka ho a obetimi kura ache no ebi say obi o kura we panyin wo chi no a na ade no be gina court a community no kura no asemato ebi nso kura o ma ya chi won me fin so me found so mo ya haban o ka so won chire root na o ma wa evidence da so enti wo kwachi nipa na wo di ni ko gina court a dey asem na wo keka enti e wo se nkita ho die den e koso enti wo ma wo mo se yen ye se bi nyansa nim se e ka se wo mo hwe ni nkita ho die nko no o mo fa kuta die ni nka ho na emo obi bi obe twiniti abedi bone no so de emra ne nche no na emra ne so ye de emfa ne adwuma be nkita hudie de wo mu mpo ebe koso because e ba war kura na wo mu kono kura na nkita hudie ebe koso nti wo mu nye ne ntem na somdwe emra Ghana mfi se be boa Ghana.
Okay well ye di nkita ho for instance say papa bi ene ne table ho ne so de e koso ni how do we trace say ebi papa bi oti hey owo ebi abrofo bi e wa manone ebi omukwa no finance no or support bi internationally omu support no
enu nti na mse wo se omu engage wo no unim say ye wo expert a onu bedi nkomo a ya share that training wo na Italy wo ba ko during Iraqi war no ana wo ko na all ban America foku no barrier bi sa nkofo no okay bi cry from hypnotizers into onu behia sabe o kwan obefa so obe influence o talk ne ade a obetimi agree se muni sa nkofo no bi ko hia na papa vi wo bi a o hyase a within 15 minutes no onipa no betimi amana aka no kore bi ewo eminye sure say Ghana you be you don't train those guys in Ghana it is a Ghana for ni bia e betimi akope bi omo behu mi kura metimi recommend bia na yen hwehwe na nkofo obi ofa ana woni ni kohia so no nkyerem Ghana fo mpancho mu ntie ni ye nyasa woni ni kohia me se fa voter region no sometimes asem no kra no yaketwe bi a mu koshia mu betimi ayeden awie no preko enti mu koshia obesen hu next line of action enti omomoden no mu nhia no mu hu ne yehyehyase nyina no mu ye ne se omba ne be crash no dia ombeko ombesan aba.
Okay, Rabona, on the same
you see me I be me for the okana so but technology beyond that technology makes it possible.
Okay.
We have the interceptors. I mean, I'm expecting those things.
Oh, I see.
Where you intercept signals, you intercept communications. These are very simple. To say me, I may know say. All you need to do is to record me for maybe about a minute. If you record me for about a minute, the gadget to intercept is not so big. You record me, you put it in that thing, and you are able to any communication via me. Once it goes through that line and it picks it, Saddam Bonan started talking.
It's simple.
Saddam Bonan started talking. It doesn't need to actually be my telephone number. Once
immediately to me recognize the voice.
Once it recognizes the voice, that's it. It picks it and begins to. I mean, if you know how Pablo Escobar was killed.
Yes.
I mean, how many years ago? The Americans had that technology. How many years ago when Pablo Escobar was killed? How many years ago? No, we have it, but how are we using it? We had it not long ago, but my point is, how are we using it? Are we using it against political opponents, or we are using it against, or more, they are seeking to destroy this country? So mine is that let's use technology. I mean, Ghana, the domain Ghana belongs to us. We could put in filters. You send a mail, we flag, you can't say words. You flag statements. And it is a me to is a sorry, then I say send email Paul. Then I put in that Paul. We need to go to the voter region and join these people so that we can do demonstration. Maybe the key word is demonstration.
And then
the key word is demonstration.
Some of the flag words said demonstration.
Demonstration.
Voter region.
Voter region. Associated with crime.
Anyway, so that you key in the keyword. Into me sending mail, once it has to go through the domain, the Ghana domain. I'm sitting here. If somebody is sending a mail from the UK and is coming here, it goes through. Ghana can decide to take off, to shut off WhatsApp, cut off Ghana from the rest of the world. Ghana can decide to just this morning they can decide to just pull the plug. No telephone, no nothing. If they want to listen to you, we can also listen. And so they should flag keywords, send email, demonstration, voter region, this and that. And to the moment it goes through the routes, it flags it and then it gives it to an investigator. The investigator begins to this person who will see, oh, no, yeah, Jumawaha. Okay, no, yes, see. They will go and check when you were born, how you grew up, the schools you attended, your friends. That is how you go to other countries like the UK. They've managed to secure their territorial. Even as we speak, like you said, we have, at least I know we have a similar device in this country. How much have we used it to our advantage? You ensure then you see.
Because Mukasa is here, I dream about him say, be a politician, be a or a bamwa, be a one yard, for be a Mukasa breakers. Oh, we are on top. When you device no can say it will be a. But your question, it's quite a fast at this hard device no did you to our advantage.
How? Yes. So for instance, you go to court. That's what I'm saying. Broaden the anti-terrorism law. Broaden it. You can now get permit. Let's say you flag me. You go to court behind the scene to get a warrant to start listening to me 24/7. Because at the moment, if you listen to me without any legal basis, that's what the court. I think it happened recently. The court would say no, they won't take it. So they need to convince either Parliament to pass a new law or something. Once that happens and you go to court and get a warrant, that you have to listen to me. And it means that every evidence you gather behind the scene would be used in court. And court will accept it. That is legitimate. So long as you can say they will be able to convict me because they may not be person. We are not doing that. And like I always say, my colleagues, I mean, when this issue happened, some of my colleagues from South Africa, from the US, from, Other countries will call and say, so you guys, what's going on? What is? And if you go to check some of us our credentials, sometimes they ask us, are you what? And I will tell you that we advise them. We advise them. But I think sometimes some are too busy to listen to the advice. And once they are too busy to listen to the advice, sometimes you mention them by name and ask that some of them should be fired. Because then if I advise you, that's the way it's here. Now say they make a bemua. Now what do you expect? Should I continue to praise you?
That's a one year so because now you see and can be being you can before men casting before some minister and pajamas issue before second pajamas issue me say will be test say this is what is going to happen to some of the ministers for nipa kro no presidency omo pon magime me yi no match this year e ba ye na e ba wa say wo ka kire omo amu.
Okay, but my concern, ye kwa battle mu, and with to see an echo of Volta region. Mona muye security expert. The quite say first to protect some installations, you know. And Nancyana made to say Adome Bridge ne Akosobo Dam, oma beefy up security. I was MMA, but the bigger picture.
What do they do? How
do we deal with it?
You see how we deal with it. Sisi almost BNI crack and NIB, National Intelligence Bureau. It's just a change of name. It's just a change of name. They were now almost some of us have asked that. I mean, I'll answer your question. But some of us have your bisa say, national security policy now ye bisa kanda pass on from parliament now, or say it's in the draft form no. What needs our document? So ben na wo sesa ye national you can say the setup the architecture. BNI. You sesa what in so ben na wo? It's not there. So when it comes to Nnawotwe ya ebasuya. Kamime yebe ebeboa senke yebenya easy na easy because ono and a battle sense na hwenensa and na utie ayawaso West Wogon commission ya yamampanyi set up ya commissioner see e catch easy say when you go back put your security in order in terms of about one sense why what you be say easy say easy ombabe trotro say easy say oh these are the security measures still on be
na why but onfama tu da
why anka how akum se enkonko tutu atu enkonko tutu
I see
why anka how akum se nka abemu ya ye bone tu wo bandai
yes sellers
nka ye mon tu nkuno nka why anka de course yi nka enkoso me de ne say about what time no eba ebe hia say around this time yenim flashpoints ni nyina wo ye mamu ha sabi those days na ayawaso West Wogon na nka ho
with near air course of water region at the back of our minds.
So let's have a blueprint of these are the flashpoints. You see, the moment you begin to name the flashpoints, it is almost like naming and shaming. Let's say you stay around Adenta. Now on they flagged it. You want to behave well. I said national science and whatever.
Mass quiz.
Who try say what they don't give? What do they give them? But you see, it's a bragging right. And to me, the say taking the voter region into no many empenyufoni be our voter region. It's one of the big men in the voter near Kasa. So can say you see, what we need is a 24-hour or 24/7 surveillance in the voter region. Move your baby schools for Ghana. Are we going to treat voter region same as but
the security presence in our voter region?
It's not
any the meaning for everyday into. I mean,
let's divorce the kind of saying about one sense from what is happening now in the voter region.
But what do you say, politicians?
No, mine is that it's the way this thing is usually packaged. Okay, say Sanopana, defense minister some of us were actually on our way to the voter region to go and see things for ourselves. I was going with a group of 10 we were going there to go around the border and see what was going on. And the defense minister now came out to put it out there. Say, these are the distribution in terms of officers across the country. Vote and some of us, okay, we thought that all right. So at least there is some explanation. So let's see the way it will pan out. Eventually, things simmered down. Kakra. Okay, BB about education. How are we educating the citizens? Apart from once a while, no more afraid, Mbekasi. Do we have an agenda to sensitize Timemufwono? We don't have it. And so, what type of deployment are we going? Are we going to have military police detachment in various schools around the world, various state installations? I mean, who can say state installation? It includes the primary schools, it includes the universities, it includes all schools and buildings that should be markets that should be protected. Or mine is that me pese adie bi bechi na about 4 time aso na obiato to pay na amanfo start dwane and hwe it will affect the credibility of the election. To me media they say easy no and my blueprint with regards to who would form their security. Who should we speak to? Yeah, say we've been talking about education. And say minim papa vinin and call from baby or mosha. No, do we have an emergency number to call? Or I'll call the police emergency 18555. And I'm afraid. So our number now say we're about asumwa. And one of the say your wife is being is beating you. And so mine is that you see we seem to be joking.
There has to be a dedicated number.
A deliberate policy to confront your kind of insecurity. And I'm beside and 2 of voter and finds our pando. No one who's uncle for be so mukute 2 ever be seen. Who are foom no womb and I'll put a phone. Number Ben Obefrey.
Ayaka.
18,555.
And
18,555. So some of us have been calling that. You see, we are not we are joking with it. I say, and so sometimes when you even advise them, they don't listen. If we own the communication space, why can't we have a dedicated number? Say BB during election, so confrontation be nearby. You know the number to call. That it looks like there is basa eba. But usually people have to now move their motorbikes to go and call police, to go and call this. Wait to me. And no I'm what your money. So let's me handle on a try.
My be phone lines na afemi call Ura Boatin. So 030221170124. That's it 0302211701 211702 and a 211704. Ofra wadaroma radio and now TV no na low volume no na fe what we venture what they are trigger into my phone lines are activated. Urabating
mini anaka physical security but me call cyber kakra na me de futuo nam de ma yisi ewi ase nyina un say abato nsensem no afa no voter register no ne sansensem na nansen un say ne ekofo bi din efiri mu no nanka ekoye asem aba ena wiase no sa hackers no womo eko womanim enti no ewo se womo bomoden ase womo betumi a protect system no se ne be ya obi mfa bone bi anye de yenim ne si o Ukraine
Robert mamefa opare wo suhum na me mount aso opare me ka me akwaba
CJ mejo so nyame asomdwe
enkan zo opare yentio
Yo, TJ, we the need you more. I mean, Chia and I was home post office, one of the couples of national security. I mean, sure, and be free. TJ, if me come after Moswa, I may say, yeah, Papa no more ababetre and say move be free. Now, you best say, Ghana for Yenina, no mine ye, the Yenian no yes how to go no omunya apotre. Me tell me who and I me pray, and for young Kutishe, actually no pia, you almost sweet and an uncle wow, me palm cho be free. Now security paying for winning the normal share no ma Ghana, Yenina, Bako, in 5 years and 2 years, and I mean, in Shire be free. Me de we jam in our pay.
But I say, audition so Abama woman, so this is what we come in Makwaba.
CJ, what is your neighbors in your neighbors to Kaho? Miniano.
And I was saying to you.
After the Kumakwana, one hour Medical Catawumia, Budu, a just also next week, time of Kumiansia, Duka, and our changes in the Napo, send me some. I'm in trouble for the American a 7 year, none will be catch them, sir. Come and come up, because I didn't shall say. And here coming, come on, 7 no, we make a moving. Maybe you soon, I'm not again for the young, come the first one, you bet to let him for what Kasa of it, because a coffee. America, next Sassamo, who got you a year, particularly, about what you and to Master Garford now, women now fear noon to said your bayadino, your better the support, and you couldn't have I. And must see a bubble thing, never should you go, you never tell, not be trouble, Maro.
Medasi Nanabus, Medasi, Mamefa, Nanaboy, Nanaboy, what to become Makwaba?
Hello,
Nanakwame.
Yeah, Nanakwame, sorry, the fourth.
Okay, Nanakwame into you.
Yeah. And intelligent form to honor. Omokasa and who say Nyansa womb. You need to make us a Nyansa womb. Yes, sir. Says you have a panas more kind of far as electoral commission. A form you may be never security agencies or Mobambo. Yet, electoral commission. No matter be yet to be bonus was or henny. There may be a whole amount to 2 years. Opa after Usad answer union might be free side one more. If I better decide, you took a food, bring you see, pump your pampa more. And say, be as I was Togoland here, the Mabakaga now. And do any palace side or Baka said myself in the open and then Mr. Massas. Simon Nat inform Sanu Mewu. It's I in Chimuni Sanu on your man, woman in night. M1 or man as Mudemra or Manum. Na muntu letter commission for na kwan
okay
wama eye ne dia to man
me da say John Akwaba
yeah CJ I say
nyame adom John ever na kasa free
me kasa free
Laura okay John yenti
me pacho yes me da say na me da me tia o panelists na especially Mr. Adams Bonam de bia me tia no analysis me sure niema bebre free no nchen but minia blood to say yan kasa entre your security hierarchies say omun sorry omun nine so because some of the security say one my information on me protect adebia na omun kasa you ama. For example, say assembly also voter region. Binya pay. Afena man say, "Oh my Ghana no, because say share across the whole nation no. Say ukoyi dagate aibe angana chi asante any baby ayi na oh my Ghana baako. Abe na di paku be so say Abebe, me and me free north, and I said me and me free upper west. Me sorry, not and cafe, and then I mean free Ghana beam. I mean, what kind of madness is this? Sorry to use this word. And to this is the time said, your politicians know only kind of room them. No and tears are same way.
Medase John, Mamefa Nana Akwaba, Okasa free.
Nana Kwameka freedom kwa compound.
Okay. Nana yenteu.
Me da se ya da machine munyuma pa moye. Ghana ye problem nyina ye no kre. Se NDC ya de na enya. O NDC ya on kase ade we de enya. O MPP na MPP ya de na enya on kase enya. But me too me kase me too because o me mpemfo me too Ghana. Mpanyimfo a o mu di nim efo se. Ye tra omo a aya nyoma bi o hono ma me emfa ye hu enkot ale ni pebi eti ni anya nyoma anya na Ghana asofo ne omo ananka 2016 2015 no omo kasa no this time around omo kasa ti say the na first omo kasa na be ma oman no etumi akonenim but ye nhwe all the time de bia nhwe na de bia de Ghana be kono ye nyina ye mpe ye ni bebi akọ me da say
Mr. Bedase, I mean, to me, so be one. So, hello, good morning. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. But you're dealing with your free.
Free, man, because you're a friend, Nana.
Okay, Nana Yentio from Ankesim.
My contribution is near Cosono and Penifoni Tihono, Mestre, na Minister of Information. I invite you.
Minister of Information,
intelligent, a worker. If you don't come home, send them cast on the form association or on form association immediately from Minister of Information. Kojo Okonkoma. Na omo de masa intelligent one enya juma and manimu ya.
Oh, okay.
Asana nyama jinsem.
Me did say minister in charge of national security mumuna I saw mukoko shia because minister of information there or simple inform you anyway. Omo nim hwe nti.
Messi. Menka so omo nim hwe. Messi omo ye intelligent omo nim bibi.
Anya 17 America opening.
Okay, no.
But I say your friends here. So hello, good morning. Sammy. Hello, Samuel.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Samuel Kasafri.
Kasafri Adenta.
Okay, Samuel, you too.
Me pacho in that the program mo no. But analysts no more can we have to take it very, very serious. Ghana na wono e di kokofubo bo ekobabia. And it's so funny that even in security aspects, the kokofubo bo ko unyo ni my impact. As they are saying, people are having that knowledge to educate us, to help us fight these terrorist acts now. But I'm saying, we are sidelining all these people, capable people on between Abu Ghana. And across all political groups. Obiabo person pick you bet me in football, you bet me in other sectors. But when it comes to security, we should be very mindful on the way we handle things. I did about you cost to pay. Okay, US, they will say US first. But when you more, they will listen to that thing. Say US record down party, no. So we have to have that thing in our mind. So no matter what security aspect there, and you could football money they call. We should be very, very mindful.
Okay.
And I'm say with this aspect of the program you say 9 years and now, yen to me fair. To me, friend, Penifoni Bino. Now, you cannot want to take, because sometimes they will say that they didn't get and those things, no. But when you are having this discussion, no, in Ayeti, now you're throwing the you can see women, one more Macassa, this thing.
Okay.
And that one made my identify those people. I'm not so more aware of the
okay, let us say. Nicholas Okreku Okreku tell me come makwaba oye soja ni Ghana ni soja ni awo US, is that correct? Opening
but me Ghana ni soja ni maba retirement after 20 years of me America as a soldier.
Fantastic.
Iraq me were experience by anything I retired and I say okay me nim die ba Ghana.
Fantastic.
Ghana, Bampo, Nebaha, the contacting in Penfubia, maybe Missing Jessica, I'm getting free at check. America got the chairman candidate. I don't need Ghana's money, me get free. Because who I keep you, I'm in any class, aside. But they didn't take me serious. Almost being thrown, you think me trauma or me resume so after now I say politics almost go through but see and your friend here me no my friends mo painful be wo say you move program mo say man painful you know na omo these are the type of people I may say me no be juma look me a field agent me a field agent a friend say me go get that information now them they are bro then they no much after mu ya juma and no media
Orakre kubacho obegina so ama me gina line so me producers person ma no kasa no mo ju details bi e ma me ne me penifo enti gina line so ma me why
okay
me da se pa na fe me fa audition what me kan mo akwaba hello audition. Okay. Well, in terms of on Ura Okrekoya Army Commander note no the course no be here. But you see this is Obia.
Yeah.
What is I remember I think 2-3 years ago when the IFSEC from nowhere they rated me as the best security influencer in the whole of Africa and the number 6 in the world.
Wow.
And I mean, it's published. Published. If you, I'm sure you read it. It's published. Number 1 in Africa, number 6 in the world. And these people over there took it to a certain level. But over here, can you believe it was? And so maybe they say, sometimes you I mean, sometimes condescending manner, as if you kind of saying you don't Obi I think the man from Laura or Casano.
Yes.
Sometimes you share information with some of your agency. Information I'll be sharing, it has someone who she and I say, wow, share information. On be wama. Oh, Abemuya, JB Dankwa KC, or Ma tip off.
Yes, sexy
informant. The guy no ma, or yeah, info or ma, lead ya che, sexy don't. The guy is homeless. He's homeless. Meanwhile, we have an informant regime in Ghana. I say, Obwa, na say, Yemfani say, this professor here,
Professor Bene.
Professor Bene, and I say, secessionist group, say, who information be about Buani Achis uncle for we are. There is a payment.
I said to me, a life changing demand.
Thank you.
So I brought to Mrs.
Say, yeah, so, anything I make her say, why can't we emphasize and pass about more information? But let's not also give them out. So let's have some emergency numbers. Say I can give you, some AKA something. I don't have to mention my name, Adam Bona. But I've given you information. When you go behind the scene and check, it be a beboa. Most people have information, but where do you go to? Are you going to go to Pando District Police Commander now? Only a kidnapper, one of the kidnappers. Who are you going to go to? And that is the challenge we have in this country, where those appointed at officialdom, when you talk to them, they just pay attention to you. They, sometimes make it look like like this military. Retired military officer,
yeah.
I mean, there are several of them that way. Several of them who have come back home, and we are supposed to tap into their
experience and expertise.
They are there.
Robert, final words, nothing.
Now, me can say easy. IT section or more system one. Send a bayer, Miss Strauss be and Emma because at our had you never so. Mesre Ghana for say security adwuma no bambo nhye na yem bambo efo nkwa obi anfa no engine na yem o man no ban na yentimi nto aba na o man nya na somdwe me fin say kakra meka no
Rabona
and then make me I can say me train say easy ye still our man the security blueprint flashpoint o ma yehu na on kire yen say bambo no say no ma nhye ne tie before 7th December because yanhwe year Nioma etochimo ahwane entumi encounter.
Rapport Boateng, security analyst, Africa Center for Security
and Intelligence
Studies. Onobeka who dwumadi so Samson Ora Adam Bona, a security and safety expert. Answer na woni ombesha se no. Na Professor Kwame Osei-Kwarteng of the University of Cape Coast, Department of History. No, so many no attention and come. Mo am afraid so lots of comments on Facebook, but I'm running in our echo. In fact, I wish we had like 4 hours to deal with because issues with security there. I personally say me program be na topic no for security one. I am manage it because ya hwe ni here o tie sana mpanifo menu akan a niam betimi efu yemu enti ye ko enimu no ye fa niam entutu eyie me sorry so happy belated birthday enkoma Angela Kwashi wo boadua happy belated birthday enko ema na menda me solid production team Joshua Tigo Welbeck Ampedu AC ohene ne down no Mauli me camera me light me sound obia na Daniel so me dawase papa yes sorry so the media can na the 12 so I'm free that the price for greatness is responsibility. Me the chief judge forcing background